What's good, YouTube? Casey the Quiet Warrior here. I had some notes written out, so if I'm looking to the side, that's what I'm looking at. For the first half, I'm gonna just go over the things that I had written down, and the second part, I'm gonna just freestyle and go off the dome. But what I want to talk about today, and this is something that I've been dealing with personally and recently, especially just in general with YouTube and life in general, and that is being hard on yourself. Stop being so hard on yourself. And this is just something I had to talk about because it was so prevalent. Like I said, with what's going on in my life right now, and something I'm dealing with personally too. And I'm not trying to contradict myself or anything like that. Um, I'm just, here to put this out and just to let it be known that, everybody's not perfect. I'm not perfect. Even as, you go along in life, especially when you are giving advice and giving game to somebody, you know what I mean? You may not know everything. You're not perfect. You can't set yourself to that expectation, but without getting too sidetracked or letting too many things be said, I'm gonna just get straight into it. Like I said, stop being so hard on yourself. So I got four things on where it stems from. So number one, comparison. Number two, not having fun in life and your purpose or whatever you are trying to get at or achieve. Number three, not supporting yourself. And number four, having high expectations. And one more I forgot to put in. Five, perfection, trying to be perfect. And these are really all the things that, uh, could be where being hard on yourself stems from. And just overall how it can slowly start to creep up on you without you even realizing, and just it being sidetracked and coming to you out of nowhere. And you know what I mean? I'm not even about to try to be perfect with this video either. I was thinking about editing it, but I'ma just like I said, I'ma just have fun. I'm a one take this, so if I mess up, I mess up. And if, I'm getting too sidetracked, I apologize. But like I said, man, I'm not perfect, and this is something that I'm working on too. So I'm not about to, try to put myself under any unwanted stress or anxiety, because that's what I've been dealing with this problem. So this a one taker, so excuse me, if I mess up or get sidetracked or ramble on, but I'm just gonna go with the flow, man. I ain't even about to try to do anything too spectacular. But with all that being said, I should have said that a little bit earlier in the video. But with all that being said, we gonna get into it. And like I said, these are the five things that can build up and over time, uh, make you start to be more hard on yourself without you even realizing. And I'm gonna go ahead and just break it down uh, by the tips. Number one, comparison. Comparison, and I didn't put these in any like chronological, chronological order for any particular reason, just what I want to put on. But comparison, and this is one of the main factors that really can mess you up overall, because when you are comparing yourself to somebody else, somebody that are nothing like, somebody that you could possibly not even know or never even met in real life, when you are in a comparison mode, you're just overall going to be setting a mental block on yourself. Shout out to Jordan Green, a quote that he said, comparison is the thief of joy. And that is really true, because when it comes to you trying to set out and achieve to do something, when you are constantly comparing yourself to somebody else that you, like I said, may not even know or even met in real life before, you're just going to be taking the joy away from, what you are trying to set out to do. You're going to be setting yourself up for failure and setting yourself up to be stagnant and set a mental block on yourself, because you are comparing who you are as a person, how you act, how you operate, who you are in your true nature, to somebody that, like I said, you probably don't even know in your real life. So stop comparing um, yourself to somebody else, because you are not that person. You have to know who you are truly in your roots and in your nature. You have to know who you are. You have to be whole within yourself, and you have to know your worth to be able to not compare yourself to anybody else. And this is something that I touched on in a previous video not too long ago. So with that being said, we're gonna go on to number 2. Not having fun, man. Not having fun. And this is all these tips or these things that being hard on yourself stem from are like just major right hooks. And this is probably the one that most people deal with, especially whatever it be, work, school, your purpose, the goals that you set to, go out and achieve. Whatever it may be, not having fun could really mess you up, because when you are always so serious with yourself, it's always tension. It's always tension being built up, and there's always tension there when you are trying to get done what you want to get done. You need to learn how to let go and be loose sometimes, and just to have fun. You know what I mean? Say if you didn't get that grade that you was expecting on your test, don't beat yourself up about it. Just let it flow naturally. Just be okay with that. Come to acceptance of that. And have fun knowing the next time that, there's room for improvement. You can grow, because, there's always room for improvement. So just know, like, with that example being said, if you didn't do too good on a test, just have fun knowing that you have another chance to, come back and get a better grade the next time. And also know and having fun that don't take that and perceive that as an L, make that as a lesson. So like I said, with the next time you go into another test, you therefore are ready to go into that and not be so serious with yourself. Because when you are so serious with yourself, there is no room for you to mentally chill out and just to mentally relax, because there's always tension in everything you do. You got to be serious 24/7, 365 all the time. No time to chill, no time to have fun. And what you're doing, learn to have fun in whatever work or whatever you are trying to get done. Learn how to have fun in between that, because if you don't, like I said, there's always tension there, and you won't be able to just flow naturally, you know what I mean, and be able to operate and get the things done that you want to get done without being burnt out. So that was number 2, not having fun. Number 3 is not supporting yourself, and this is the main thing right here, the main key factor. This the one right here. Not supporting yourself. And this is the whole thing with being so hard on yourself and beating yourself up. If you are always always, with anything you're doing, even when it comes to the smallest things, if you are always not supporting yourself and beating yourself up and putting negative emotions and negative perceptions and negative thoughts out into the atmosphere and out into your head all the time, you're just gonna, like I said with the previous one, you're gonna build tension, you're gonna build stress, you're gonna build anxiety, you're gonna build anger and frustration. Because when you are breathing so many negative emotions out at one time, and especially with whether you are trying to, do, say if you are seeking out to achieve a goal or working on your purpose or working on your work, as far as that being school or retail or whatever it may be, as far as being productive and work wise, if you are always putting these negative emotions, these negative perceptions and negative thoughts out into the atmosphere and into your mind, you're overall just going to shut yourself down from even being able to grow and being able to not get burnt out and not, creating stress, anxiety, frustration, just negative emotions, within yourself. So when when you going through this and stuff, just learn how to operate and be smooth with it, so you are not always setting yourself up to have a hard time in between, whatever you are trying to work on. So always be there to support yourself, whatever that may be. Even when it comes to little things like that, don't beat yourself up or nothing like that. You gotta be your biggest fan, because when you going through, huh? All right, I'm gonna have, yeah, I'm gonna have to edit that out, but like I said, yeah, always be your biggest fan and stuff like that. Sorry about that, got sidetracked. Um, but with that being said, number 3, not supporting yourself, and number 4, having high expectations. Don't always go into every situation in life expecting expectations out of yourself, because sometimes, or most of the time, you won't be able to meet those expectations, therefore making you discouraged in whatever you were trying to do and set out to achieve and reach. Because when you are always setting high expectations for yourself, there's no room for you to just be um normal, you know what I mean? Just to not be so burnt out and stressed out. And like I said, these have a lot to do with each other, but you know what I mean? Just don't set these unrealistic high expectations for yourself, because most of the time you won't be able to achieve that. And when you do that, you're setting a mental block on yourself, and you're also discouraging yourself if you don't meet those goals. Understand, if you don't meet those goals, you're still okay. You know what I mean? You didn't fail. You didn't take a loss or anything like that. You just had to stop doing that, because when you do that, you set yourself at an all-time high, and everything has to be done right all the time, every time. And that's just not real. You know what I mean? That can't happen, every time. So just learn to do that, and be willing to know you know, everything can be perfect, and that was really wanted to talk on in the next tip, but since those two rap together, I'ma just leave it off like that, man. Like I said, I wasn't gonna try to be perfect with this or none of that, um, or anything like that. I wasn't about to set myself up, you know, to give myself unwanted stress or anxiety, because you know that's where this stems from. You know what I mean? I don't care, bro. I ain't trying to make this junk perfect or none of that. Not junk, but I'm not trying to make this perfect or nothing like that, man. Cause it when you are so hard on yourself, it really causes a lot of stress and anxiety. So, and I know my other videos ain't really you know, been scripted or anything like that. I did have some in this one, but like I said, man, I wasn't about to try to make this video perfect or nothing like that. This was gonna come on here and talk about what I wanted to talk about and leave it at that. So yeah.